Thank you, Gertrude, and thank you, Ruth. Good morning once again, ladies. As Ruth and Gertrude have said, I've worked in aged care for the past 16 years in Australia, and I've been in the nursing industry for the past 22 years. I am passionate about the provision of exceptional care and lifestyle to aged care residents. So when we look at aged care, we're talking about long-term care. I want to differentiate it from hospital because hospital is acute care and you are in and out for short periods of time. But when we look at aged care, it could be the aged care facilities, some call them nursing homes. It could be getting care providers coming to your home during those late years in life. So that's community care or home care. And from my analysis, being in this industry, I have looked at how people plan. And when you get to those late years of life, considering the fact that the average life expectancy has increased with 80 plus, with people starting to get in aged care services from 65 and above, and with more people nowadays living up to more than 100 years. So it is a lifestyle, and it's your later years of life. So my passion as I worked in different places in Australia, it led me into writing a book to try and communicate the message. The book that was displayed earlier, The Journey of an Aching Heart Through a New Leaf, I created a character that is called Kate. It's a lady named Kate. Kate had a sudden turn of events which changed the course of her planned lifestyle. And she was admitted into aged care. She was mentally okay. So now most people look at aged care as for maybe people with dementia. That's how most people will put that in an umbrella. And yes, no one knows who will have dementia or who will not. But because of that, people take it as it will just be for people that have some dementia at the later years of life. It's not about me. When you do your retirement planning, you are looking at just a beautiful lifestyle that you will lead till the end of your life. But with the example of Kate, she fractured a leg and had to go into aged care for just 3 weeks because she had no one at home. Her daughter was going away on holiday. But while listing there, she has a major fall that injures her brain. She has a head injury and again fractures the other hip. And she had to go to hospital, come back, had to be in care long term. So it did change the course of her planned lifestyle. But Kate takes us through the journey in the book of her experience in that life that she now has to live because of what has happened. So while she's mentally okay, Kate watches herself deteriorating. The fall she has later on does affect her brain a bit, but of course the doctors are still working out. Could it just be depression? Could it be mild dementia that is setting in? As Kate relates her story about her experience, she talks about the other residents that she's seen in there, and she talks about what is happening in that institution. And she communicates mixed feelings of regret. She's reflecting on what she could have done in her earlier years of life to prepare for such a time as this. As she looks at the other people before she has the other fall while it's in there, she makes up her mind that she'll never come to a place like this because it is below her standards. The lifestyle, the care is substandard. But unfortunately, that didn't happen. So when the daughter comes back and the hospital says they want long-term care, the daughter knows, oh, mom is familiar with that place and just takes mom there. So it's the family as the daughter representing the family, not affording her what she wants, but she has her regrets, of course, of not communicating. It's the care, the nurses, the carers, the workforce, just going about their everyday work and everyday routines, but how it impacts on her. And, there's no quality of life. So it also communicates to the workforce it could be a normal routine, but how does it impact on someone who has come to receive this care? So Kate represents multitudes of existing clients and future clients who may find themselves in those long-term care facilities. I like to call them long-term care facilities. While I'm in aged care, this can actually apply to disability homes, group homes, anything that is long-term. There is a life that is people are living in there. So we are looking at their lifestyle and saying, is this the lifestyle that you want or that you have planned for? So as she relates her experience, you'll find that she also talks about some emotions, silent emotions that we cannot interpret every day. But then she gives us this awareness to be knowing that this is actually what they could be going through. So as I communicate this message through this book, I'm looking at it is possible that you or I can be part of the future aged care clientele. And my question really is, have we considered the lifestyle, the placement? If we were to deteriorate or if there were to be sudden turn of events and we find ourselves in the position that Kathy was in, or the people in long-term care are in, what will our last home and what will our end of year lifestyle be like? So this is the message I've tried. What influenced me to be writing the book? It was more to put myself in the client's shoe, but I was looking then at my stuff. I was looking then at maybe we're communicating everything through government policies, through the standards, everything is just formal. And people think they have to do this because this is what the authorities are saying. But if the message is coming from someone that is experiencing it, could it be making a difference when people start looking at how have they contributed to this lifestyle for the existing, if it's a loved one, if it's your mother, if it's your father, a spouse, a sister or a brother, what are you contributing? Because she talks about her daughter, and she also, as she talks about the other residents that were in the facility, some talk about their families, whether some think the families have just dumped them there and what is causing that, where is our communication? So it sort of challenges the reader, a vast range of readers, be it a family member, a future client, the workforce, the managers in care, the carers, the nurses themselves, as they interact with the residents. The providers themselves, what can they do to improve, to make it better and offer better services? And eventually, the policymakers at the end of the day. Just through this journey, as Kathy takes us through her journey, she ends up going into palliative care. She talks about her journey till the day she passes away, but talks about the things that we think they're just routine, they're just okay. But as we know, we are responsible for planning our lives, I know some people do have their retirement plans, which is excellent, but my question is, in that plan, have you stipulated and clearly stated how you want, if the event of you going into care, where exactly do you want to go? You have got these care facilities in the community. Have we even bothered to go in and say, can I just familiarize can you just take me for a tour and let me know the services you're providing? The same things that we do earlier in life when we look for the best high school that I want my daughter or that I want to go to, for the best tertiary institution that we want to go to. We know, we plan, and we know even the best preschool that you want your little child or grandchild to be going to. But I feel it is a world that is just isolated. And then people find themselves in that world. And then the best we are doing at the moment is to just criticize and say, you know, there's all these negative perceptions about aged care. Yes, the governments in the different countries could be doing what their best to make sure there's improvements. But what have we done as individuals to either make it work for our loved ones or to prepare? Because the voice, if the voice is in the people, what have the people done? It is maybe a sensitive area, but looking at the life expectancy, as I have said, it has to be an everyday subject that we should be feeling free and happy to be talking about. And while there's negative perceptions, there are places or facilities that really have an excellent reputation. Do we know them the same way we know about the earlier institutions that we are interested in? And it challenges then the providers themselves to sort of step up and give the best, because this is what the people are demanding. So I've had the privilege to be in the industry, influence, change, trial a model of care that works. I'm quite fortunate to have an organization that is quite understanding, and we're happy for me in a management role or in heading clinical operations to be influencing through what I think works, and it has proven to work. So in the industry, yes, I am having these challenges with my staff, and you also get excellent feedback when they start analyzing and looking at different things that they think we can improve it this way, we can improve it this way. It's not an institution, it's a home. But coming into what I'm working on now is also assisting clients or people who may be wanting to know about, what do I look at? How do I communicate this? Nurses have always run under what they call duty of care, but I'm happy in Australia, the standards have introduced what is called dignity of risk, which allows the person to state what they want, even if it's a challenging activity, which can cause injury or risk. Now the provider has to think outside the box and find a way of affording them to live the life that they desire. So it's up to us now. The ball is left in our court to then dictate what it is that we want and work with these people, with this institute, with these providers, to make sure that our lives, the lives of the loved ones, are met. I think my time is up, but that's my message, and that's what I'm working on at the moment.